How do we determine highly compensated employees, otherwise known as HCEs? Well, there's two components. There's an ownership test and a compensation test. So let's take an example. If we're doing a 2019 coverage test or ADP test, we're going to look at ownership in 2018 and 2019. If any eligible participant is a greater than 5% owner, again greater, not 5%, is greater than a 5% owner, they're considered an HCE. If that individual sold securities sold their shares of securities in 2019, and now there is 0% ownership, they will still be considered an HCE for 2019 because it is at any point in time in the last year or this year. In the following year, then it's a whole new ballgame and they go to the compensation test. The compensation test is relatively straightforward. If we're doing a 2019 ADP test, the compensation test looks at 2018. So if you look at the limitation chart, anybody that makes over $120,000 is considered an HCE. So very simple. Again, it's over $120,000, not $120,000. So there's one other way to look at HCEs, and this is a plan document requirement. You can determine HCEs using the top paid group. So again, the plan document must stipulate this, and the top paid group simply says the top 20% of all eligible participants are considered HCEs. Now, a couple important components in that is you still must be above the compensation limit. So if your 20th percent person is making $50,000, they're not an HCE. One other area, if we have a greater than 5% owner that is not in the top 20%, they are added to the HCE list. One last item on the top paid group is rounding. If you have 22 eligible folks and you multiply that by 20%, you don't have a nice round number. The key to success, if you get audited by the IRS or the Department of Labor, all they're going to look at is how did you round every year. You just got to be consistent. So if you're rounding down every year, you've got to round down every year. You got to be reasonable, uniform, and non-discriminatory. Thank you.